Clint Savage is going to talk to us about the Utah open source. Join the free software revolution.
Thank you, Andrew. How's everybody tonight? Having fun? Sweet. So I'm going to talk to you tonight about a little revolution, a revolution called the Free Software Foundation. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a printer, actually. A printer that was, for this gentleman here, we're going to talk about him in a second. He was denied access to this printer for the source code, and he wanted to actually build something, and he couldn't do it, so he was frustrated. He took the opportunity to create something that everybody should be interested in, and that's the Free Software Foundation. His name, Richard Stallman. You've seen him before, right? So what's interesting about Richard is, what if he wasn't frustrated? What if he didn't create the Free Software Foundation? So in the next 4 minutes and 12 seconds, we're going to have a look at that. We're going to find out what if free software never existed. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you guys are interested in hearing about it. But so let's look back in maybe early 1980. You wanted to send an email, didn't you? Nah. Bosses like to send emails to you and spam you, and it's useless. But without SendMail, collaboration across the world would not exist the way it does. It's just not possible at all. It's 1990, and there is no Tim Berners-Lee. He created the HTTP protocol, excuse me, which runs the web. Without that, the internet is dead. There's no Google, there's no Facebook, nothing. So I just wanted you guys to think about that for a minute until we get to the next slide. Oh, look, it's Linus Torvalds. There is no GNU Linux. There is no hybrid systems. There are no free softwares that run open source. But there is Windows 3.0. Not so bad, really, right? You know, but anyway, there's Apache. Nope, there isn't. You can't go browse the web because you can't run 46% of the non-existent internet. What would we have? So there is one more thing here I wanted to point out, and this is, we have a lot of technologies. We have Asterisk, we have WordPress, we have the GIMP, Wikipedia, BitTorrent, Twitter, Firefox, and OpenOffice. What would happen if you didn't have those? There'd be no voice over IP, there'd be no editing. Well, there would be, but it'd be $700. So what if you didn't have free software? I just want you guys to think about that for a second. It's pretty interesting to me. There's some interesting points there. Kind of neat, huh? So I want you to learn about this, and I'm really interested in this. I want you guys to join the revolution that is free software. So one of the things that's really interesting to me is, I've been doing this for about 3 years. I started a foundation called the Utah Open Source Foundation, and you can get involved with that, and you can become a revolutionary. How do you do that? You can scratch an itch. You can get involved, right? Or you can even just learn. You can come and get free support. We have lots of good meetings. There's IRC, there's forums, there's lots of things out there. Without free software, we wouldn't have them. So what if you can't code? Lots of people ask me this question. If you can't code, what can you do? Well, you can market and promote. You can become participatory. Or you can even start a business and learn it yourself. It's something really interesting. So how do you get involved? Well, Utah has about 15 to 20 different local user groups. Anything from Java to Python to Unix itself. Yeah, Ruby's awesome. So it's really interesting, and it's some good stuff out there. So I started this foundation called the Utah Open Source Foundation in 2006. We actually go help the lugs and we promote them. We actually send out a monthly newsletter about all the events around the state and technology. We have free audio streaming and free podcasting that we provide as well. And so if you're interested in that, there's actually a conference that we're going to be running this year. It's on October 8th through 10th, and it's out at the Miller campus of Salt Lake Community College. So if you're interested in that, we had about 450 people last year. It was really great. This year we actually have Stormy Peters. If you don't know who that is, she's actually started up a lot of different companies and helped them convert to open source. And so she's going to come talk about how to do that. We have a Try It Lab and some workshops. That'll be really neat. And Guru Labs is doing a one-day Premier Linux Training University that they're providing as well. In our community day, we actually are going to have the Kenny Ho Project, which is a world premiere of a new cartoon that they're going to be providing to us. It'll be something that really, really interesting. We also have Install Fest, and the lugs will be there to provide some cool activities as well. If you're interested in that, come on over to the conference, UTOSC 2009. Ignite is the discount code. You get 50% off. Visit attend.utosc.com. And I really thank you for your time. I hope you guys enjoyed the talk, and viva la revolution!
We don't have a Unix community.
So I heard earlier that there's no Unix